PhLoBall here, trying to get started here. Have a couple things to test here before I get going. I think I have my juggling thing working again. Let me test it real quick. I had it working yesterday. In theory, it should work. I guess I need to make sure. Got Bluetooth on. I need to find the thing too. Let's see, I had it somewhere. Where did I put it? There it is, okay. Okay, should be good. I need to adjust that. Okay, I think that works. I have to remember how to use it. All right. Not sure if there's anything else I need to do technology-wise. Oh, I was trying to figure out all the billion things I need to do. One of them is I need to just, nothing to do with technology, but I need to put some insect repellent on. Even though it doesn't do much. I don't know, it helps, but I have to put so much on that it's pretty gross. I have to sweat it off anyway. So I have the fan here. I don't know if that'll help, but I just wanted to experiment. Unfortunately, it's only blowing in one, like right here. And I like to walk around. Okay. Get this thing off so I don't spray it with repellent. Putting this stuff on is kind of a two-person job. Like, it's way better if you have a friend to help spray your back and stuff. All right, I'm gonna try to focus on actually juggling today rather than standing around. Mainly because it's kind of good exercise. But also, you know, since I'm streaming it, it's pretty boring if I'm just standing around doing nothing. Not that I care too much about excellent content, but all right. I think all my tech is set up to work. The only thing I don't like, well, there's probably a bunch of things if I think about it, but I don't like this microphone where it is, but I don't really have a better place for it. One that was sensitive enough to pick up just having out somewhere would be nice, but it doesn't work. You have to have it like right by you. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do one more test with this Bluetooth button thing. Make sure it's working. It should be. Okay, good. So now I can show my counts as I'm going. Got most of my OBS stuff figured out too, so that's cool. If I wanted to do more at-home streams, I could feel like my stuff was not all messed up. I guess if I got a longer extension cord for that fan, I could have it over here where it might be more effective too. Angle that it's at is probably useless. If I had like 2 or 3 of those box fans, I think I could position them such that they would blow mosquitoes around. Like, mosquitoes don't really like strong winds. Like, you'll notice if you're out hiking, they'll kind of simmer down if it's either raining or pretty windy, because they can't like stabilize their flight very well. So that's kind of the idea of the fan, but it's not strong enough. It's too far away right now, so I don't think it's going to do much. So if I had 2 or 3 of those, it might actually make a difference. That's a good start. Counted 72. I've checked this thing for accuracy because I thought, well, what if the signal gets disrupted or some weird latency issue? But when I first got it, I did quite a few tests. It was spot on every time. I'm not always perfect in my counting because I'm only half concentrating on counting these days. I used to, before I got any sort of accounting method, I had to concentrate quite a bit on the numbers because that was my only way of remembering how much I got. These days, I pretty much trust this device. Before this, which is kind of recent, I had those little mechanical counter things, which I think those were actually less reliable than this thing is. They would sometimes get jammed or like do 2 clicks to get one number or whatever. This thing, it seems pretty reliable. Counted 58. Not sure what the screen says, but by the way, I count the first pop-up, so that's 1. Some people might count differently. I might grab the mosquito zapper thing just to have it out here in case they get out of control, and especially if I find the mosquito repellent isn't that effective, which wouldn't surprise me too much. I'm gonna try not to be constantly distracted by them though, so as long as I put enough repellent on, I actually don't remember if I sprayed my shirt that well, so let me just... It was getting really close to my shirt, so I think it generally works. They'll still get really close. They usually won't land and bite though if the repellent's doing its thing. It's just really hard to like get every spot. I'll try this over here. That fan isn't doing anything though. Like it was flying just fine, so I need a more powerful fan or something closer to me. Something like 101, 102. I'm not sure. I purposely stopped that because I want to think about what I'm going to do. I think I might do a little bit of the single foot stuff just to kind of get warmed up and balancing. I don't think I like this up there. So this is the button that I use. It's a pretty well-known brand as far as smart buttons go. It's called Flick. I got this little metal attachment for it so you can pin, like clip it to things, which I like, but I use that when I'm hiking. But for holding it in my hand, I don't know. I'd like to get some kind of large encase thing around it that fits the shape of my hand or something, because it's kind of hard to hold it and push it like without it slipping out of my fingers. Just hold it in a weird spot, which usually works, but eventually it kind of moves out of place for some reason. Okay, so I'm going to do the thing where I count. 1, 2. The number on the screen won't match because I don't have a way to like switch it when I do my feed. It'll just have the total count. That would be cool if I had a way to do that. My brain wouldn't be able to handle that much interaction though, like pushing multiple buttons, one to count the single hits, one to switch feet. That would be very complicated. And I think that like when there's wind, significant amount of wind, it actually affects the ball too. Like I've tried juggling on the beach. You almost have to face into the wind and like kick it away from you because it just kind of comes back. I don't think that fan is going to cause too much disturbance, but it can if it's too much wind. can tell I need work on this. I was doing better yesterday, but for some reason I'm just not in the groove, so I better practice some more. So the rules of this activity are I have to do 1 hit with 1 foot, 2 hits with the other foot, 3, 4, 5. And it's very strict. If I get too many hits, like I do, instead of 5, I do 6, or I do 4, I have to stop, start over. If I touch the ground, like I get my balance check, and then keep going, I have to start over. It's all about maintaining balance on either foot, being precise with the passing between feet and all that. So can't touch the ground. I can like jump around though, like I can go like this if I need to, but if I ever touch the ground, then I have to start over. Definitely a lot better with my right foot. I also have a kind of a bad hip these days. Sort of makes it harder to keep my leg up in a good position. I kind of lost count, or I forgot after I stopped, but I think I had 11. If I can get to 10, generally pretty happy. And I can only count it if I complete the number. So, like on that one, I think I did 11 with my right foot, and then I transferred to this foot, and I think I did 8. So I can't count that 8 as anything. So the last completed proper sequential number is is the score I get. So that was an 11, so I have to try to beat 11 next time. Assuming that I was counting right. I think I was. Should probably say the numbers out loud just to make sure. 1, 2. So there's an exception. So as far as the counting on screen, it's gonna seem like a contradiction, but I always count the kip up or the jump up like that. So the first set's actually gonna have 2 on the screen, but I'm only counting it as 1. So I go, because it's hard to pass it on the first one, like to pass it to the other foot on the up. So I do 2 hits just to get it kind of under control. That's the only exception to the weird rules, is on the very first one. Just so you know, in case you're watching this and saying, wait a minute. That's just kind of the rules that I made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that was a 9. I'm not, when I'm doing this style, it's harder to remember to hit the button, so I may not be pushing it. It's easier when I'm just doing regular juggling, so my brain is doing less math in my head, I guess. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Oh, that 11's going to be hard to beat. 10 is actually not a bad score. The weakness of this exercise is my weaker leg, which is my left, so I could go on for a long time with my right, but that's the beauty of this exercise, is if you're bad at one leg, it doesn't allow you to favor your best leg, because you can't continue unless you do equally good on your bad leg. One, two, three, four, five. I wish it wouldn't just bounce off every time. It's getting in the dirt and then it makes it all slippery and stuff. The dirt here is incredibly dusty, so it like puts a film of, it's like almost like chalk slippery stuff on the ball. Could build some kind of a wall around here, but that would be silly just for this purpose. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13. Sweet. I sort of want to try to get 15, maybe 20, but since I'm just starting up again, I haven't been doing this for months. Can't set my expectations too high. I actually don't even remember what my all-time record is. It's kind of fun to stream this as often as I do it, or fairly often, because then I have like a automatic record of everything I do. Plus all of this is being stored in a database, like all those numbers on the screen. I used to write it in chalk on the ground, like if I did it at a park. I should get like a board to do that. It was kind of fun back when I did that. It's on the screen kind of now, but it's still just fun, just a tactile thing for me to look at since I can't see the screen. Maybe I'll get not necessarily buy a chalkboard, that's a waste of money, but like I could just get a piece of plywood, which I think I have some over there, and like paint it black or something. I can use chalk. Alright, let's go for 15 at least. If I get 15, I might decide to go for 20. But this is just more like practice and warm-up. This isn't like my favorite activity that I only do this. I kind of do this just sort of to get my coordination going, pumped up. 1, 2, 3. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like once I get off balance, out of control, it's really hard to bring it back sometimes. It's mostly a mental practice. Like, obviously it's physical too, but it's really your brain doing most of the work. It's like not panicking, staying calm, just like adjusting the position constantly. 1, 2, 2. I confused myself somehow there. Messed that one up big time. There's this spot, like I'm wanting to stand like approximately right here, but there's also this like notch in the wood that I wish wasn't there. It's like the ideal spot to stand, right in the middle. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I lost it there. 13 is the number to beat today. I think I'll, yeah, this mosquito is coming near me, but it's not landing. It doesn't like the smell of that stuff. It's good. That means I can relax a little bit. Okay, if I can get 15, I'll stop doing this exercise and go on to regular juggling. Hopefully I can achieve that. Good news is, if I can get 14, I can probably get 15 because the odd numbers are on my right foot, which I'm usually better at unless I'm off balance or distracted. Forgot to count out loud, but then it just went south anyway. That was a bad position. I couldn't really get there. I'm also worried I'm going to knock this over. Okay, come on. I got to get 15 and then I can stop doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Lost it there. Usually it's in that transition to my left foot that I just I lose my position stability. But we got the goal, so I'm not going to try for 20 today. I'm satisfied with that. So for all those mathematicians out there, I don't remember the name of it, but when you do like a series 15 plus 14 plus 13 plus 12 plus 11 all the way down to 1, you should get the same number that's on the screen there, plus 1, because I do this first one as it's technically 2 hits and I click the button. So theoretically, if I was clicking the button properly, that should be the correct number. Okay, now I'm going to do just some regular juggling now that I'm kind of warmed up. Coordinated a bit. Might just walk around a little bit. I could go for numbers, but actually, you know what? Do my second favorite, or not favorite. It's not really about whether I like it or not. I just think it's good practice. I like to do high kicks. It's actually 3 practices. That counting thing that I just did, side to side. High kicks, I kick it as high as I can straight up, try to catch it without dropping it. And then third one is if I have a wall to kick against, I like to kick it against the wall and catch it on the way back. I don't have that. I did have a big plywood and 2x4 kind of wall that I constructed. I might build another one of those eventually. It wasn't built for this purpose, but as I was building it to make the thing over there, which you can't see, but I did it on the stream. It's a firewood cabinet. Before I finished the firewood cabinet, it was just this platform I was able to kick the ball against. But anyway, I'd like to build another one of those because it's really fun to kick it against a wall. Ideally, if I had my own place, and this is my parents' place, so I can't just do whatever I want. I would probably build a wall somewhere, probably right here. Either right here or over there, maybe over there. Just a big brick wall that I could kick the ball against. It could be used for other things, sort of like visual pollution, just neighbors and dogs and stuff. It could block certain things off, give you a little privacy. But for me, it would just be to kick the ball against. Anyway, someday maybe I'll have the means to do that. But the older I get, probably the less I'll care about doing this activity. Eventually, I won't even be able to do it anymore, probably. Kind of fun. I don't know if I've ever tried that before. 2 hits on each foot. That could be another game or activity. 2 or 3 hits per foot. One good thing about this kind of exercise is I'm forced to drink a bunch of water, which I don't really drink much. Okay, I forgot I was going to do the high kicks thing. I haven't done this in a long time, so this will probably be bad. Yep, this will take me a while to get used to. I've also never used these. I've only used these shoes yesterday and today, so it's going to be an adjustment for those kind of kicks and stuff. The shape of the foot is very different than like a regular tennis shoe. I think when I normally do it, I kick it kind of right there. I don't remember exactly, but which this feels very weird, but I'll get used to it. Yeah, it's very different for the high kicks. I think it would help if I tightened these shoes like even more. I tightened them when I started, but before I started, but there, maybe, ouch, could be even tighter. Wish I could kick with both feet on the high kicks, but man, not very coordinated with the big kicks on my left foot. Something I need to work on, I guess. If I was actually a soccer player, it would matter, but I just do this, so it's not really that important. Probably gonna hit my microphone one of these times. proud of that catch. Did it with my foot instead of my knee. It's a lot harder to visually track it because you have to go from looking up to looking down instantly and hope it lands on your foot. Oh, lost it. Probably got a pretty good number there too, because I was going for a while. I used to be able to prepare the high kick a little faster. I feel like I'm not very confident right now. Like when I'm doing the high kicks, I like to kick it high more often, but if I'm not positioned right, if I try to kick it high when I'm not balanced, it's just gonna fly off somewhere, and it needs to go pretty much straight up. Let me have a good chance of catching it. Like, if I wasn't on this deck and I was out in some big parking lot, which is kind of the best, like on pavement, then I could kick it more haphazardly and just try to go run and catch it. But on here, there's a good chance that I could fall off the edge or something. So even though this deck is fairly large, like it's kind of constraining for some of these things. Bad kick. I could do something like have to get 10 received high kicks before I stop. I think that's a lot. I don't know if I can do that many. Even getting like 3 or 5 is not super easy. It just depends on how high I kick it. If I really kick it like as hard as I can, it's almost, it's not impossible to catch it, but it's really difficult because the force at which it's coming down after a kick like that is, plus it's coming so much faster, so you have to like visually spot it as it's coming down into your field of view. I'll try for 10. I don't know if I can get that many. If I get 10, I'll stop. If I can't, I might reassess my goal. Come on. Oh, that was terrible. That's the thing. not even all about catching it. It's just as much about kicking it well. Otherwise, I have no chance to even attempt catching it. I think 10 is going to be hard. Unless I do like medium-sized kicks that aren't that high. I already forgot how many. I forgot to count. I think that was like 3. Foot is constantly going in that little hole in the deck. It's really annoying. 2. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 'Yeah, could have got it, but I was worried about tripping over the hose and the stump there. It sucks. It was pretty good for me. I think I've gotten higher than 10 before, but not a lot. I'm sure I haven't gotten like even 20 or something. It's pretty challenging to catch that many in a row. Like my percentage is probably pretty good. Like I'm sure I catch well over 50%. So like on a free throw kind of percentage or 3-pointer percentage as far as like basketball goes. My percentage of success is probably pretty good, but even if it's less than 90%, that means I can't get 10 in a row consistently. So it's got to be pretty good. All right, I'll try again. I don't want to do this forever, but I guess it's it's good practice. If I have to stop the stream and I don't finish and don't get on to the next thing, it's still good exercise. It's weird. I can't really smell that stuff anymore. I'm sweating, so it seems like it's gone, but the mosquito wasn't landing on me, so I still have some. That's good. I feel like I don't have to be distracted by them if they're not going to bite me. Like if they're in my face and on kind of close by, it's annoying, but it's not as bad as being bitten a million times. One. Two. Oh, terrible. One. Two. Three. Four. That didn't count. So for it to count as a catch, I have to control it. I can't just touch it. And I definitely lost control there. I guess if there's a persistent mosquito or two, I can just take them out. It'll be one less thing to worry about. It's not really bothering me that much, but it's just like, get it out of my face. One. Terrible. Whew. I'm surprised I caught that. I think I would count that, sort of. Like I didn't have it under control, but I did kick it several times after I received it. I sort of have a unspoken rule: if I can kick it 3 times after I receive it, it counts. Even though I was clearly off balance and didn't have full control. But that's only 2, so it doesn't really matter. One. Two. Three. It didn't count. 2. I probably won't be able to do any high number attempts today because I'm running out of sunlight, and the mosquitoes will be crazy once that goes down. So I'll probably just do the high kicks today. Okay, that one's just like all over my face. That one's gotta die, that's for sure. It's unacceptable. Chased after that one. guess I could hold it in case something like that happens. I have a decent chance of fending it off. Hey, Javis. Okay. Man, some of these are really persistent. I think it's just that magical time where the sun just kind of went behind the trees. And that's when they start coming out in droves. I'm going to try switching to, I've never tried to click the button with my left hand, but I'm better at using this with my right hand, so we'll see. See if I can get used to it. Got one. Two. Just two. Okay, I think I'm actually going to stop doing the high kicks for today. I'm just not feeling like I'm in the groove. I don't think I can get 10. I got 8, so that'll be my number to break next time I do this. I think right now I'm going to just do some relaxed, regular freestyle stuff. Let's see how many I can get. Probably not very many. Mainly just because I'm running out of time. Like when I do number attempts, just to get it to a high number takes quite a while, so if I don't get an early enough start, I can only do one or two attempts. Benefit of doing all those special exercises though to warm up. This time I did them too long, so I don't really have much time to do my normal stuff, but if I do those to warm up, my coordination for just regular stuff generally is better. I put the mosquito thing down. Shouldn't have. I'm not doing a mental count, so I have no idea where I'm at. Probably a couple hundred, I guess. Okay, mosquitoes are getting annoying. I wonder how many I got. I'm curious. I would guess 600. Probably not that many, but trying to be optimistic. Let me go check my screen. Probably 450 or something. I don't know. Wow, 718. That's awesome. That's not bad. I was hoping to get 1,000, but those mosquitoes are just very distracting when they get in my face. I was trying to like stand over here because, at least in theory, I thought if I stand where the fan is, maybe they wouldn't bother me as much, but I think it helped a little bit, but they eventually overcame that challenge. That's a good number though. I'm really only totally satisfied with my number if I can get over 1,000 though, because I can easily do it under normal circumstances. So it would be kind of cool to have like an indoor area. Technically I could do it in the shop, but it's pretty small, so I'd have to like really exercise control. I could even do it inside the house, but then I'd have to worry about kicking it and hitting and breaking stuff. So I might try it in the shop though. I did it a couple times when I was building the loft and stuff, but now it's kind of full of junk, so I'd have to clear out a little bit of the space. But if I did it in there, then mosquitoes wouldn't be an issue. I was pushing this button. that's the problem. I'm used to using my right hand for the clicking button. This also has a button on it for the mosquito thing. Not sure my brain can handle that kind of multitasking. Stupid mosquitoes. It's really hard to concentrate. I think I got over 200, but I need like a team of people with these things, just like batting them away, keeping them from getting close. It seems amazing to me that in this modern age, we still don't have any solution for mosquitoes. That seems ridiculous. Repellent doesn't work that well. Citronella candles don't do anything. I think they actually attract mosquitoes. And most of the other technologies are based on citronella. I think I was looking up thermocells, and I think that's the main ingredient. That doesn't give me any confidence that those work, because citronella doesn't work at all. It doesn't affect the behavior of mosquitoes one bit. If anything, they like the smell and they go near where the candle is. That's from personal experience. If you have a citronella candle in your general vicinity, they're going to be close to that. But it doesn't actually like attract them well enough that it's going to keep them by the candle and not you. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but it doesn't work. Whatever it's supposed to do, it doesn't work. What else do you got? I don't even know what other solutions there are, but the only things I've tried, they don't work at all. The repellent is technically the best because it does actually work, but it doesn't keep them far away. They're still like annoying. You just won't get as many bites. Well, I might end the stream because I'm not probably going to do any better than that, just with all the distractions. I should have started a little bit earlier. I was kind of preparing the stream again, fixing OBS, and I don't actually understand why every time I take a break from streaming and come back to OBS, there's something wrong, because I'm not changing anything, and OBS isn't even updating. There's nothing that I am aware of that changes, but somehow everything stops working. It's very, very charming. It's one of those things about streaming. Anyway, I was thinking of doing a drawing stream, though. I almost did one last night, but then I decided I was going to go to sleep at not a stupid time. It was already stupid, but I was thinking about doing that at like 2 a.m. or 1:30 or something. It's like, well, I should probably get some sleep. But I might do that tonight, because I haven't drawn, sketched, doodled, whatever, in a few days, and I'm trying to not let that hobby die. So I might do that. Anyway, I don't think I'll do any shorts today. I uploaded those couple shorts from yesterday and got, a decent amount of views, like 500 or 600. So it's always worth doing shorts, just because people actually watch them, and nobody watches live streams on YouTube. I don't want to be mean to anybody that says otherwise, but don't believe anyone that says you can succeed live streaming on YouTube. You can't. You can succeed at doing shorts on YouTube. And if you're really good at content creation, you can succeed with long-form content. If you're kind of mediocre, just starting out, you'll not do any good. It's just the way it goes. Live streams are completely dead on YouTube. They don't have any exposure. There's no home page for live streaming, because you go to Twitch, you just see live streams. That's all. You go to Kick, live streams. Go to DLive, live streams. YouTube, you go to youtube.com. If you scroll for pages and pages and pages, you might see the top one live stream in the world, only if it's related to content that you and your own personal algorithm find interesting. So it's all based on algorithm. You will not generally see a single video game live streamer on live at that moment. You will not see an IRL streamer like myself. It will never appear in your suggested, unless you're following that person. So you'd have to scroll for hundreds, thousands, possibly millions of pages until your browser crashes, because the cache is so full of stuff, before you see any significant amount of live streams. If you're a little bit savvy, you know that there's an actual button to push for live, so it'll only show you live content. But the chances of a person like me or you or anybody I'm talking to being on that page is basically zero. You're never going to show up there. So people just will never find your live streams on YouTube, ever, unless they're following you. And even then, it's crapshoot. Anyway, just letting you know, don't waste your time with live streaming only on YouTube. It's a complete waste of your energy and time. Add it to all the other ones if you're multi-streaming, but absolutely do not put all your money on all your eggs in one basket if that's YouTube. You will not be found. Anyway, but yeah, shorts are fun. It's been fun too. Got a bit of activity there. So anyway, I'm gonna probably head back in because it's that time of night where if I keep going, the mosquitoes are just gonna swarm me. So I will catch you all later. Thanks for joining me. I might do a sketching stream later after dinner or something.